Hello, how are you today? I'm doing this off my phone, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I haven't, I haven't had. Last week when I did this, I had a little bad luck, and my phone fell, and it fell on my computer, and everything stopped. So I just want to make sure that we know that things could change at any moment. That's technology. So welcome to First Fridays Live. It's 10 o'clock Central here in beautiful Iowa. It's very snowy. It's very cold here. We're actually above zero for the first time in about 3 days. So that's kind of good. And we like that. It's been kind of a, hibernation time here. But, whoa, hold still. But it's been really interesting. So I wanted to talk with you today about something really that's been on my mind, and it's power versus force. But first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Tanya English from Quantum Healing International, Chiropractic for Your Soul. Thanks for joining me today for a First Friday Facebook Live. Today is the first Friday of February, so happy February. And if you don't know, it's kind of good luck if you say rabbit, rabbit first before you say anything else. So if you haven't spoken to anybody today, go ahead and say rabbit, rabbit. Maybe it'll bring you some good luck. I'm not that much of a believer in luck, but blessings more likely. So thanks for joining me. We're going to start with a prayer today. So we invite everybody in that needs to be here, that is here, that watches this later. So if you'll join me in just taking a nice deep breath up through your crown chakra, up through the top of your head, up into love, light, source energy, up into the center of the universe, wherever that is. And as you exhale this time through your mouth, let all that energy come back down through all layers, all levels, down through all the chakras, down through the center of your body, down through your feet into the core of the earth as I say these words in the I am. For everyone listening, God is all there is. Love is all there is. Light, life, and source energy is all there is. And I recognize right here and right now that I am one with God, love, light, and source energy. I am never separated from this energy. And if I feel separated, I know that it's a false feeling, and all I have to do is breathe in inspiration and exhale gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. I ask all my guides, guardians, and angels to surround me right now with 100% protection and love. And all my spirit helpers on the other side to just thank you for being here. Thank you for cheering me on. Thank you for your presence in my life. And for everyone here on the physical plane that's helping me move forward, that's showing me wonderful things, that's helping me to learn more about myself. I'm so grateful. Thank you. I know that God is within, and that all I have to do really to know God and to be part of the big picture is to go within and see. So I'm asking for any nudges that you can give me to create the life on purpose that I am desiring. And I ask that all of my guides, guardians, and angels keep nudging me forward down my path, the path that is easy and effortless and so close to source. I'm so grateful for all the assistance that I'm receiving. I'm grateful for all the reflections that I see. And I'm grateful to know that God is all there is, and that God is everywhere, and that God is love. I'm so grateful. I know that healing can happen when I'm in present time, and so I allow all the regrets from the past and all the worries of the future to just fall away right now while I spend this time here and now in the present, which is a gift. I'm so grateful. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And so it is. So today we're going to talk about power versus force. And it's really interesting because it is a book, and it's on the book list. Here's the book, Power versus Force, by David Hawkins, MD, PhD. Wow, he's got a lot of letters after his name. But, and he's written a bunch of books, and I highly recommend them. In fact, they're on my website on the resource page on the book list. And I'll be putting that up in the comments section. But if you just go to quantumhealinginternational.com, go to resources page, you'll see a book list there. And that book is on the list. And it's about muscle testing, actually. There's a lot of different things that people have discovered that all lead to the same place. And many of you know that I use a wonderful emotion chart. I'll show it to you. When I'm doing work with clients and patients, we're clearing vibration. This is the chart that I use. But look, there's also a chart in here. And look, it's also A through G. And when my son was real little, he looked at that list and he said, "Wow, Mom, those are all the notes on the piano." Genius. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today, was power versus force. It's not what's in this book, but actually we're going to talk about Star Wars and that kind of force. And we're also going to talk about pressure force. So I just saw Rogue One, a Star Wars story, the other day. Have you ever seen it? It is actually the story that happens where at the end of the movie, at the end of the story, the plans for the Death Star and its weakness are given to Princess Leia. And thus begins the story that we started back in the 70s. So it's the prequel to Princess Leia getting the thing that she puts into R2-D2. Obi Kenobi, you're my only hope. You got to help me, that one. So the interesting thing about this to me was the rebels who were trying to make an opening to get the information to Princess Leia were under heavy fire. And one of the warriors was using a prayer chant as he tried to get to the control panel. And he was under heavy fire. And the chant that he said was, "I am the force is with me. I am the force is with me. I am the force is with me." He said it over and over. He made it all the way through the heavy fire to his goal, was able to shut down the whatever so that they could get the information of Princess Leia. And then he was taken out by the enemy. He was chanting this chant, "The force is with me. I am one with the force." And I thought, well, I really like that. What if we change the force to God? And I said, as he was saying, "I am one with God. God is with me. I am one with God. God is with me. I am one with God. God is with me." This is a wonderful prayer chant that you can use to help bring in more of all that is good. And the reason why I wanted to talk about force and power is because in the Star Wars story, there's the word war right in the name. So it's all about war. It's all about things fighting against each other. But God is not really about war. God is about peace. So when we're talking about force versus power, what we really are calling in is that power of God. Not all the force, but the power of God. And so we all have that power within us. It was given to us by virtue of us being here on the physical plane. When we're doing healing, we don't want to use a lot of force because that's not what healing responds to. Healing is from power. And so when we're doing healing, we're in present time and we're calling on that power to show up for us. So what happens is the less force we use, the more power we have. So some of you might be interested to know that when I'm working on people in person, when I'm working with them on the table right there, the adjusting table behind me, and I'm doing some regular kind of chiropractic stuff, I'm using an activator. A lot of the time I'm using an activator. That's how fast it adjusts, just like that fast. And the reason why I use this is because I'm pretty slow. I'm a human being and I'm pretty slow. But this is about at least 10 times faster than I am at adjusting. And because it's so fast, it doesn't need a lot of force. And why is that? Why is it if it's faster, it doesn't need as much force behind it? See, slow, I need to use my hands and I'm pushing or I'm thrusting, as they say in chiropractic school. And with this, it's 10 times faster, not as much force. And it's actually delivering a vibration. The vibration is between 30 and 60 hertz, or 30 and 90 hertz. And it's vibrating and making the bone ring like a bell, so it goes back to the area of least resistance. There's a lot of power here, but not a lot of force because it's fast. So what we're saying is, when you have more power, you need less force. Take that in for a minute. When you have more power, you need less force. So why not call upon the power that created you? And that power is the same power that's running your body right now. That's the power of your subconscious that's running your body, running your physiology. And guess what's running your subconscious? That's right, it's your feelings. Each one of the feelings on this chart, negative or positive, has its vibration and is like a suit that you wear in physiology. So if you're feeling worry, what happens to your body? You might tighten up, your blood pressure might go up, your heart rate might go up. Those are all things that put you into fight or flight. Fight or flight response is stopping digestion. Fight or flight response is increasing your heart rate. Fight or flight response pulls all the blood from your innards where it is used to digest food, and it's pulled out to your large muscle groups, to your legs and your arms, so you can run away or stand and fight. When you're in rest, digest, and heal, all the blood is going to your innards, to all your organs, so that they're working properly. It's not very important for you to be digesting your tuna sandwich if a tiger's coming at you. You need all that energy in your body to run away or to fight the tiger. I would not recommend that. But that's what is happening in your body. And your body doesn't know the difference between something that's actually happening in real life, IRL, and something that is happening with great detail in your mind. It does not know the difference. So I'm going to take you through a little exercise right here and right now. So I want you to just close your eyes and imagine that in front of you is a cutting board, a lemon and a knife. And this lemon is beautiful. It's like a picture of a lemon. It's so gorgeous. And you put your hand on the lemon, and you can feel now the oil from the lemon skin on your fingers. And you pick up the knife and you make a slice through that lemon. Now you can, whoopsie. I was afraid that might happen. Now you can really feel the lemon on your fingers. You can smell it. You can see the juices. Woo! You can see the juices and feel the juices from the lemon running down the knife and onto the cutting board. And now you take another slice of that cutting board, or of that lemon, sorry, and I'm going to move this. And you take a slice of that lemon and you put it in your mouth. Just imagine that you're putting that lemon in your mouth right now. Now, do you have more saliva in your mouth? Yeah, you do. That's because your body's getting ready for a lemon. And your body doesn't know the difference between you actually biting into a lemon and you thinking about a lemon. So your physiology is trying to match up with what you're thinking about. It doesn't matter if what you're thinking about is real or not. See? So when we're using the power that we have, which the greatest power you have for healing in your life is your imagination. When you're using that power for your highest good, there's a lot that you can do in healing. A whole lot. So I want you to kind of remember that when you use your power for good, you can create an awful lot of wonderful things in your life. And that you actually have that power. Now, if you haven't used it for a while or you're afraid to use it, that's why I have some of the work that I'm doing right now, and that's why I introduce you to it in this way. It's very simple. It's not rocket science, although it has some things to do with rocket science, like the quantum physiology part. I'm sorry, I got to hold this phone because it's just not working the way I want it to. So what I want you to think about is, how can you use your power for your highest good? That's all we do here. That's why it's called chiropractic for your soul. We're removing interference. That's what chiropractors do. We're removing interference to you living at your highest good. And your highest good is good for everybody. It's not selfish for you to want to live your highest good. What's really selfish is to keep yourself small and to not live up to your full potential. And I know we've all heard that before in some way, shape, or form to make us feel less than. But what I'm saying to you right now is, it is possible for you to live your highest purpose. And it's not a burden. It's light, and it feels good, and it feels peaceful. So if you've been avoiding doing that, I'm going to highly urge you to talk to me about how you can overcome that, because that might be old beliefs and old systems that you have running, old subconscious emotional memories that are keeping you from living your highest good. So I want to encourage you to talk with me. I'm going to put more links in the comment section. The 16th of February, we're doing our mini retreat, Claim Your Power. I'm telling you, if you have any inkling at all about using your intuition, if you're empathic, if you know things before other people know things, if you're afraid of that, if you don't see it as a gift, if you think it's a negative thing, I highly encourage you to come to that mini retreat. It's going to be February 16th. It's here in Coralville. It's a live event. We're not going to be playing it live on Facebook or anything else. You have to be there at that event. It's only a 4-hour retreat. There's lots of hotels in the area. There's restaurants, and they're all within walking distance, or if a very, very short drive. And it's on the website. It's on the page, on the Facebook page. So I want you to go to the Facebook page and look at the Claim Your Power retreat. And listen, what is going to happen at that retreat is you're going to start to feel you're in a safe space, you're nurtured, you're supported, and you can use your intuition as much as you want. And you can allow yourself to not edit yourself out. And that's huge. So I want you to understand that power is where it's at. Force is not. Force is not how healing works. The body doesn't have to be forced to heal. What it has to have is the power unleashed within it to do the healing. And I'm so excited to be able to do this mini retreat with you. I've done lots of retreats and workshops over the years. I've been in practice for 30 years. Wow. And I want you to enjoy the information that I have in a very safe and loving way. This is not about coercing you into something that you don't want to do, but here's what I want to tell you. The amount of effort that people use, and maybe it's you, to avoid and resist doing this, allowing themselves to be who they really are, allowing themselves to use their gifts, when you do that, it's way more effort than actually using your gift. Way more effort. And it can actually cause you to be ill. So I want you to come to the retreat. I want you to get in touch with me. If you can't make it to the retreat, I want you to get in touch with me, and we'll talk about what might be a great step for you to move forward. And I hope that you have a wonderful, blessed week and month of February. So I think part of our affirmation for February is going to be about using your power for your highest good. What do you think? Give me your comments. I'm very interested to hear what you have to say about this. I know there's not a lot of people here live, and that's okay. You can watch it later, and you can comment to me later. I hope that you have a wonderful month of February, and Let's make it a really good month. Now listen, one other thing is, I know that today you're going to hear a lot about wearing red for women for heart disease, and I want to give you a little tip on that. This is something that I have in my workshop. You can go to teachable.com, and it's all about overwhelm, and the tip is start hugging people on the left sides together. It brings your hearts together, and your heart is one of the biggest healing things that you have in your life. So be good to your heart and hug everybody on the left. Have a blessed day.